Yes, there we go. There we go, guys. Hello, it's Sunday. This means a drink with Brink, where I talk with other indie creators about their careers and their campaigns and the books, because I'm kind of done with corporate comics. And indie comics is where the talent is, where the fun is, where the creativity is, guys. So, I've been busy this weekend with fulfillment, so I don't have any interesting updates. Besides, I put packages together for the United Kingdom. I'm still working on the big shipment to Critical Blast. I was hoping that one went out last week. I didn't manage, but next week it is definitely going out the door. So thank you all for showing up, guys. I saw Mo Biggs. Welcome, Mo. Nice to see you, sir. Ice Queen. Welcome, Ice Queen. Hello. And Shadowhawk Talks. Welcome, man. Nice that you guys are all watching us. Amanda B. Hello, Amanda B. How are you doing today? Yes. Guys, I have a guest from Australia, which is rather remarkable because it's very, very early right now there in Australia, the other end of the planet, but we can talk to him. It's incredible. It's amazing, guys. I'm so honored that he's my guest today. So let's just bring him on. Welcome to the show, Dean James.
G'day, mate. Thanks for having me on.
Good morning, man.
Yes, good morning. Good morning. The sun is not even up here. I'm currently drinking as much caffeine as I can to try and wake myself up.
Wow. Yeah, it's like 5 in the morning, right?
6.
6 now. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Whew. Early day. Great. So but never too early to talk about your comics, right?
No. Live and breathe comics. It's all I think. I dream about comic books.
Right. Yes.
Actually, the last thing I did last night before I went to bed was buy a bunch of comic books from Amazon.
So which comics did you buy?
Last night?
Yeah.
Last night I bought Night of the Living Deadpool, which is one of my favorite Deadpool books. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Yeah, it's like a black and white and red. It's black, white, and red like Sin City. And it's Deadpool wakes up after having his head cut off or, whatever. He's been killed. And he wakes up after healing. And the world has just ended because of zombies.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
But you
And then
said
I
it
also
was one
got
of your favorite Deadpool comics, so you
yeah,
already
it's one of
knew it,
my all-time favorite Deadpool comics.
but you never bought it, or
No, I've only ever had it digitally. So now I finally
oh,
bought a proper copy of it. And then I
right,
got Thor, Thor Volume 1.
Volume 1,
Yeah.
Thor, like the
Yeah, by
compendium,
Jason
or
Aaron. Jason Aaron Thor.
oh wow,
Yeah.
wow, great run, yeah, cool man. So you're still so superheroes. That's your jam, or do you also read other
I
genres?
read I mean, I also bought yes I also bought a book called Lady Cottington's Pressed Fairy book as well.
What?
Like I like it's like it pretends that like fairies and pixies and things were real, and this
Yeah,
lady in like the olden days went and caught them in her book, and so they're all splattered between the pages, and it's all these beautiful paintings with like descriptions of what it was before she killed it.
right.
Yeah, it's written by some dude back in like the 40s or something. It's great.
Oh wow,
But yeah,
I never heard
I
of it.
like everything from like fantasy and horror, and superheroes is my main thing. But like, as you can probably tell, even from the embrace, like I like scary stuff as well.
Right, right. Scary stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Do you know Junji Ito?
Yeah, Junji Ito is one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah, man.
I made tweets about him not long ago because Eastern horror is the best horror. Like
Right.
I'm not into like manga and anime or anything like that, really. Like, there's a couple things I like,
Hmm.
but when it comes to horror, I'll take Junji Ito almost like over pretty much anything, to be
Right.
honest.
Yeah. There is this Netflix anime series right now from
Yeah, I watched that. I watched
stories.
that day one. That's actually a sequel because there was a series, like instead of doing a season 2, they just
Yeah.
did a different set of short stories that he made on Netflix, and that's actually like a sequel to the original series. It's called Junji Ito Collection from like a few years ago.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
I
So there's
completely
more of it.
missed
If
that
you
one.
like that show, there's more of it.
Right. Okay. Okay. I was wondering because I was watching the show and I thought the first 2 episodes weren't that great, honestly. So they were pretty tame. But
I
yeah.
can't remember what order they go in.
Right. Okay.
Like,
Okay.
because they're all short stories, they're not really connected or anything. But in that one
Yeah.
on Netflix, I really liked the mysterious tunnel. Did you
Oh,
watch that one?
yes.
That
Yes.
one really freaked me out.
Yeah. Yeah. Great stuff. Phantasmagorical. Welcome. 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 Let me see if I did miss anyone in the chat. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Sorry, Mo. Sorry. A little bit of weebage here.
It takes a few episodes for the brainwashing to take hold, says Mo.
Right. Oh, right. Right. Yes. Hey, and Phantasmagorical says I have a tattoo from Fairies by Brian F.
Yeah, Brian, that's the guy that wrote it back in the day.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I don't know anything about it. I honestly just thought that the paintings were really nice. And I thought it was so morbid and like strange because it looks like they've been splattered, like she's trapped them in the book. And then it's got all this writing as if it was a real thing that she caught and what it was doing when she found it and things like that. So I just found it really interesting. But I don't know anything about it. But it is awesome. If you haven't heard of it, check it out.
All right, man. All right. Okay. So you read comic books. So what are your inspirations for your own art?
My own art, it's other artists, really. Like, I've
Oh,
always just liked, like, since I was a little kid, like I've really enjoyed artwork. Like, if, I'm not all artwork, like I don't want to say, like, because I'm not really big on like sculptures and things like that. Like, I don't really, like, I'm sure it's difficult to do, but I don't really care, but when it
right.
comes to paintings and drawings and things like that, I just, if you're good at it, I love it and I want to buy your stuff. I just always have.
Right. Right. Um, Brian Frau did the character design for Dark Crystal and Labyrinth. Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. They said that on the Amazon page when I bought the book, but that's like all I
Okay.
know.
Right. All right. So um, you so is the Embrace the first comic you drew?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'd drawn comic books in high school and stuff like that, like just me and my friends and stuff. But
Hmm.
this is the first real comic book where I was hired and we sold it and everything. It was a
Right,
real
right.
book.
You start out with making pinups and cool
Yeah,
drawings
yeah.
of whatever, just practice, and then suddenly you have to make this coherent story, multiple pages.
It's
Uh,
actually that was actually it's a big learning curve that no one really thinks about. Like even artists, you're like, yeah, I'm more than ready. But then all of a sudden you have to draw, two people sitting at a table and
mhm.
you have to fill the room with all the stuff like a
Yes,
coffee cup and some files and a computer and like a picture frame and some books on a shelf. It's all these things that you've never drawn before. So like there's basically in the
right.
first Embrace, basically everything that isn't just a person of some kind was the first time I had ever drawn it. Oh,
Right.
awesome.
I do have it. At
I
some
hope you
point, you were
liked it.
like, this scene is boring to draw, so I'm going to draw myself a big fly.
Yeah,
You know.
that's exactly what I did. Like if you look
Yeah,
if you look through the whole opening scene, that fly follows David Clarence into the police station. Like
right.
it's there from the very first panel.
Yeah, yeah. Those are cool details, man.
Yeah,
Cool.
like no one wants to like I remember it was Todd McFarlane that said, he goes, if you're gonna even if you're just drawing a guy doing a crossword puzzle at his desk in the morning, you want to
Yeah.
have him sitting there with like a coat or a cape or something that's flowing in the wind and you're gonna have the paper
Yes.
flicking and everything. You've got to make things interesting, even if
Yes.
it is just this dull conversation. And
Yeah.
so
The
that was
most
all I was trying to do that entire time.
the most difficult scenes to draw are the quiet scenes,
Yeah.
where basically nothing happens. It's just two people talking. Uh,
Hmm.
Action scenes are the most fun, I think. The easiest. You can go nuts. But with quiet scenes, you have to really have the atmosphere right, and the characters just sitting there.
Yeah.
It still
It's a
has to
lot of
look
things that
awesome.
you'd never think about until you have to do it. And you're like, God
Yeah.
damn it.
So, what are your biggest challenges with drawing comics? What are
And
the things that you think you need to put some more time into that or whatever?
I honestly think just getting out there, because
Mm,
there are so many people and there are so many creators, writers, and artists of different kinds, right? That being able to stand out is probably the most difficult thing. Like I'm constantly doing different kinds of like, if you follow me on Twitter, you've seen it. I do like sketches, I do black and white inks, I do like the full on Copic painting things and stuff. Like I'm trying to, you want to be able to stand out amongst the others because there are plenty of artists out there that no matter who you are, there's always 100 more that are way better than you.
right.
And so
Yes.
like you want to be able to differentiate yourself from those guys so that someone comes to you and says, hey, like, I like your stuff. And then the fact that there's so many of us trying to even be noticed in the first place,
Hmm.
like you've got to get out there, you've got to be outgoing, you've got to be positive, you got to be funny, you got to be
Right.
what you do.
Yeah. But so you name a few things that have little to do with actual art.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
it's
drawing is the easiest part of it all, to be honest.
yeah. Well, you seem pretty easy to get along with, and you're quite witty, and so I think this really helps with marketing your own material, right?
Yeah, I think so. Like it's definitely helped a lot because
Mhm,
like I have a little channel. Like my little channel's growing, and like I have heaps of like not heaps, but I have plenty of followers and stuff. Like I
mhm,
appreciate all of them. They're doing awesome, and like it was only a couple of years ago that I had literally none.
mhm.
Yeah, so like I think it helps. I think I'm doing all right.
Yeah, yeah, of course. I saw that. So someone entered. Did I miss it, guys? Oh no, here it is. Aardvark. Aardvark, hey, welcome.
G'day, Arvok.
Welcome, sir. Darkside. Hello, Marinus.
Hail, Darkside.
By the way, guys, Marinus has a review channel, daily comic book reviews. Yesterday, he uploaded a review of Perfect 10 issue 3 uh, with spoilers, so be warned, though. Um, okay. All right. So the embrace. It's uh, it's a co-creation with Michael Oden.
Yes. Michael
So-
Oden created the concept,
Right.
and I did all of the visual designs and stuff, as well as the enemies. Like the main villain of number 2 was mine.
Right.
So it's
The
like
main
me
villain.
and him had a lot of meetings going back and forth, and like it really depends on like which bit you're talking about, you know. But it's like Odin created that, I created this, we both did this together. It's like,
Right.
it was honestly, he's a lot of fun to work with. It's really good to work with him. We bounce off of each other really well.
I want to show people something that you drew.
Ah, yes, Ogden. I'm sorry, Mo.
Ogden. All right. All right. So this is the cover, the main cover for the second issue.
Yes.
Right.
That is a lot of people seem to really like that one. I've had a few people arguing over who's going to buy it when the campaign goes live, because that's fully
Really?
traditional. Yeah, that artwork will be on the campaign and everything.
Fully traditional. You mean with pencil? It's pencil colored also.
That's done with, like, it was pencil and ink originally to draw it, and then it was
Right.
Copic markers and pencil and a little bit of paint pen.
Wow.
Yeah, like if you look
Right.
at the Embracer's chest, the light glow coming off of him, that's just white pencil on the top of everything.
Right. Oh.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
And then like the saliva on the tongue is just a yellow paint pen with some green markers like on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, so this is the main villain of the second
that is
issue.
Strangle. That is Strangle.
Right.
He was introduced at the end of the first issue.
Yeah.
Teased a little bit. And then now in this one he's the main feature of the book. Yeah, like the first issue, the Embracers got the attention of this guy, and that was a mistake.
Right. Wait. Mo says Dean first realized he was charismatic when he appeared on a stream with Ogden.
Drink every time he says or
Right. Yeah. Ryu. Hey, welcome, Ryu.
Okay, Ryu.
Welcome, sir. Marinus asks, is this interior art?
I mean, that is my, like, I'm the artist of the interior as well, but I'm not coloring the interiors. So yes and no.
Yeah, it's the same style, same art. You have a very distinctive style, by the way. When you see art by Dean James, you can immediately tell this is drawn by Dean James.
Well, thank you. That's all I've ever wanted to try and do.
Yeah. So when you create this character, does it go easy? Do you the first sketch you got it, or does it take a few takes, a few tries?
Well, with Strangle, he was always more or less the same. It was all just like little changes here and there. Like even if you look at the cover and then you go back and look at the last page of the Embrace one, they're slightly different.
Right.
But only slightly. Like, yeah, but I've already made changes to him. So, but yes, because this isn't really a spoiler, but Strangle actually has multiple forms. Like he's not always that big.
Right.
Like you kind of see it in the end there. Like he's in the shadows, but he actually gets a lot bigger before he kills the officer at the end of the first one. And so this one, that's his second form. He has a bigger form that is more mutated, like looks more monstrous and less human.
Right.
But he also has a regular size form.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Great. So this concept, not the visual style, but the concept itself, is that pure Michael Oden, or do you write the story together?
With the villain, this was both of us together. I came up with the idea for the villain because I told him that we need to escalate. He wanted it to be more like the Crow, with the Embrace just beating up gangsters and thugs and stuff like that.
Right.
And I said he's way too powerful for that. We need a powerful, monstrous villain that can, take him down a peg. And so that was where Strangle came from. But then, because I don't want to spoil anything, but they're both like two sides of the same coin, like they are related in certain ways.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. Admiral Wackass, welcome. Welcome.
What's going on,
Guys,
whack-ass?
guys, you can sign up. This the Embrace 2 is still in pre-launch stage. So the
Yes,
sign.
please do sign up if you haven't
Yeah.
already. We're over
Yeah.
500 signups now, so that is
Really?
amazing. Yeah, I know,
Oh
right?
shit.
Crazy.
Oh shit.
And
What is this compared to the first one?
well, the first one was at like 270 or something. Like it wasn't 300, but it was more than 250.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so I'm excited.
Yeah. Well done, man. Well, it only means that the first issue was very well received.
Yes.
So
that is one thing I've always been very happy with. We didn't really get much negative feedback. A lot of people just straight up loved it. I've seen strangers that I don't even know. Just when we announced the Embrace 2, there was someone I don't even know on Twitter that was like, "Oh yay, I love this thing," and they retweeted it. I don't even know who she was.
Right. Okay, so you're working on issue 2 right now. How far into it are you?
First third of it.
Okay.
Like I have almost a half of it all penciled out and everything,
and
I have about a third of it inked.
Great.
And as I said, I'm not doing the colors. So
yeah, you finished a few pages completely with colors for the campaign, probably. Right?
We're gonna try and have as much of it finished before the campaign even goes live. Anyway, like the colorist is still just he's right behind me. He's slowly coloring things.
Right. Who's the colorist?
It's Eugene. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, to be honest. I've never said it out loud.
All right. Well,
but it's the colorist from the Lost Pages.
Okay, great.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Hey, Mike. Welcome, Mike. Nice to see you, sir. A more appealing main character personality than Jackie Escatado. Much more.
Thank you.
Yeah. Jackie was just a bastard. So yeah, I really never got into the darkness. It was I didn't like the main character. The designs were cool. The gore, everything looked awesome, but the character, I just didn't like him.
I would agree. Like, I didn't like how he was all like mafioso, mob bosses, and involved in all of that stuff. But the actual the superheroes and like the shadow monsters and stuff, like the demons, that was all cool.
Yeah.
But I wish it was on a different person.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. But I was always a fan of the darkness because of Silvestri. I'm a big fan of Silvestri more than the darkness.
Right. Yes. That was it. I get the concept though with the darkness and his dark personality. I get that, but I think the embrace is the embrace. It's the looks, the concept. It's all very strong. This can grow to become a very big IP.
I mean, that's what we're hoping for, right? Like,
right.
I'm trying. At the end of the day, like, I just want to. Like, yeah, sure, that would be nice if that, like, all that happens. Obviously, I want to make money doing these things, but I really, like, I just want to create a classic comic book character.
Yeah.
Like, I want someone to say, oh, like, I want to see random fans arguing about who would win in a fight between the Embrace and Spawn or the Embrace and Batman.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So and it has to be something that you feel you can do.
Yeah, that's be something
in the long run, because
at the end of the day.
Yeah. This series, what's the plan? How many issues are you guys going to make?
6, maybe 5. Like, we'll see how it like all plays out, but the plan is 6. Because we because there's like, yeah, I can give you a brief like loose rundown without spoiling anything. Like, after this issue, he has another villain, and then another villain, and then we face Strangle for the final time because Strangle is the leader.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like however many issues this stuff comes out, he's got to take out the entire gang,
right,
and like their bosses, as
Right.
well as this big bad here.
Yeah,
so however many issues that takes.
Strangle is like his Joker.
Yes,
Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. In this one, you can tell from the cover, this issue is not going to go well for the Embrace.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mo says, when Dean was being coy with the identity of the colorist, I started to worry that he may have poached Cletus Boganton.
Oh no, I can't afford Cletus. Cletus Boganton is way out of my price range.
Boganton.
Yes.
Right. So this one is drawn by Bancroft,
Yeah,
right?
this is Bancroft. We've got a Bancroft and a Rini cover as well as my cover.
Wow.
So yeah, my
Excellent.
cover is the least impressive of the lot of them.
No, it's just a different style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Bancroft is in the middle of coloring this. Like he finished coloring it, but then he saw Rini's final version, which has been colored now, but we haven't revealed it.
Okay.
And then he was like, "Oh, okay, I've got to go back and like make mine more vibrant." And so now he's doing some final touch-ups on it again.
Right. We love that competition. It's the friendly competition. Great.
Yeah.
Amanda asks, "Is the Embrace going to strangle the Strangler?"
Maybe. I mean, maybe Strangle would like that though.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good stuff, man. This is the perfect comic. Also, if you're a new comic book artist and you wanted to practice hands, which are very difficult, then...
Oh yeah, that was a mistake.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this is Jason. Because with the mailing list, if you sign up for the mailing list, we have a bunch of exclusives. Just some incentives to make you sign up. You get these trading cards. We have 2 trading cards, one by Unhinged, and this one here, it's actually done by the team from Frog G because it was colored by Inkspots as well. And then
really?
we also have one by ZVS, which is they'll both be holofoil. They'll both be shiny trading cards. And then we'll get on top of that, there's a collector's coin that I'm getting made. They're just not made yet. They've been designed, so you can find those on my Twitter as well. And we also have a signed bookmark, which I am yet to draw, but I'll get around to it.
Sure. What's guys? The link to the campaign is pinned in the chat. It's also in the description of the video. Please sign up. It's if you sign up, you get some cool free stuff. So yeah. Great art, man. Fantastic.
Yeah, I love this. Jason was really nervous when he showed it to me. I don't know why. He thought I wasn't going to like it, but I love it. It's exactly what I wanted from Jason.
Yes. It's very different, but that's exactly why you hire him. Right?
If you're hiring Jason, it's because you want him to do his thing.
Exactly, man.
So I'm so glad that he did that and didn't just draw, like just my version of the Embrace.
Right.
Yeah, it's Jason at his best. Exactly.
Yeah. Well done.
Oh yeah. This one we've still undecided on whether or not this will be a print or like a trading card or something. But this is going on the Embrace too. But it's also the piece the original piece that I'm giving away for the Great Wheel giveaway.
The Great Wheel giveaway. Yes.
Yeah. I'm actually in that twice because Lord Crackhead's piece that he donated is also something I did.
Oh really? Oh
yeah. That's I don't know if you saw it. There's a Game of Thrones piece that we revealed yesterday on Twitter, on YouTube.
I'm not sure.
Well, yeah, it's the newest thing I tweeted out. So just go have a look at my Twitter later.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, there's a Game of Thrones piece as well. But this is the piece that I'm doing. So if you land on my head on the wheel, this is what you get.
Great. What's the size?
This is A4, so half the size of an 11 by 17.
Okay,
so A4 size. I'm not sure what size that is in American. It's a little bit bigger than an actual comic book.
Yeah, but we use A4 also here, so
yeah, good.
I get it, but
11 by 17 is A3, and it's half the size of that.
Right. Yes. Artvark says we also have another Embrace piece by Elliot that's not been revealed yet. Oh, cool.
Oh, right. Yeah. We were talking about that. Yeah. Because, Aquila by Aardvark, I did a cover for that. And then, I'm obviously friends with Aardvark. And actually, Dave, you are the guy from the first one when we did the Perfect 10 Embrace print crossover thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've done a Aquila Embrace crossover thing.
All right.
Yeah. Right, but I don't think he's shown anybody that. Like, I don't think it's in the public. They just know that it exists, but nobody's seen it.
And Elliot drew that?
Yes, yeah, Elliot drew that. I didn't even like. Didn't know anything about it. Like they just showed it to me when it was done. I was like, oh, cool.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. Mobix says, Dean, have you ever considered buying the Goofanoid IP and rebooting him into the violator of the Embrace universe?
I mean, if anybody could make it work, it's me.
Yes, I think so too. I think so too.
But no.
Yeah, man, it looks awesome. This is one of the sequential pages.
Yeah, that's an actual interior page. There you go.
Look at
And
that.
here we have, this is right after the double page spread where he's on top of the car. Yeah, the page, the reason that I have so many signups is that page. Like everybody loves that page. This is the very next page after that. So he's still on top of the car and he rips the windshield off and then all of the hands flood into the car, like wrapping all of the criminals up. And if you look closely, the criminals are actually D-Wag, Steve, that Star Wars boy in the middle, and then Crazy Matt on the left.
Yeah, awesome. Cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, this very cool.
Yeah, well, Admiral Raka says shout out to the crack pack. In the first Embrace, I had a lot of Easter eggs that were like graffiti and things, right? And so canonically, the crack pack has been graffitiing all over town, and they're a gang of some kind, I guess. And the Embrace has taken them down in issue 2. This is the opening of issue 2, so it's the very first thing he does.
Right. I love it, man. These colors also. Very cool stuff.
Yeah. Eugen's awesome.
Yes. It's not like you. It's a pretty. The character's pretty dark, but the comic is not. You know, it doesn't have this the crow or the darkness vibe.
That's what a lot of people like. That was the most difficult thing to get across when we first came up with this. You know, we were trying to sell it to everyone. Everyone was like, "It sounds super depressing," and I'm like, "I promise, it's not depressing. It's actually really hopeful." Yeah, like it has more in common with things like Spider-Man than it does the Darkness or the Crow. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a very light-hearted story, and like David himself, even though he's a ghost, the kid, even though he's a ghost, he is the literal light in the darkness. He is the most hopeful, bright, like just kind, loving. Like I love him. He's my favorite character by far. It's not even close.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's not depressing. I don't know how to put it other than like I know we're talking about all these dark topics and there's like a dead child and everything, but it's not a depressing book. It's not about revenge. It's about justice and, you know, learning to move on and hope for the future, stuff like that.
Right. So when Michael sends you the script, how detailed is it? So does he lay out every panel, or does he leave it to you? He just tells you what happens.
A little bit of both. Like he has the panels laid out for most of the stuff, but when it comes to action scenes, I'm just better than him at it. Like we've been through this a few times, you know, and so like more often than not, I would end up changing something anyway. So these days he's just like, all right, you have 2 pages. I need you to flip the car. And, you know, I want them all arrested by the end of it. Okay, cool. And then he just lets me go.
Right.
Because, like, this whole scene here was just, that's all me.
Yeah,
like,
maybe he just gave up. He was like, I'm not going to do the detailed scripts no more.
No, when it comes to action scenes, he just lets me do it.
Yeah.
He's like, you know, you have this much space, go crazy. Because his original idea was he wanted the Embrace to punch through the roof.
Okay.
And, like, grab the steering wheel. And I'm like, I thought about it and I go, yeah, he could do that, right? But then, like, what's stopping these guys from, you know, like shooting him in the arm and like grabbing him by the arm? And what's stopping him from being like, maybe he gets stuck in the roof as he flips the car?
Right.
You know, like who knows? So I made it so that he rips the windshield off and there's just this big hole. I changed it up slightly, but all the same things happen. The car still flips and.
Right. So, so you basically gave him these like Spider-Man like abilities where they can stretch really thin.
Yes and no. Yeah, like we knew that there was going to be spooky ghost hands, but before I drew it, nobody even knew what that meant. Mm-hmm. You know, like in my head, they're like long, like ectoplasm or something. You know, like it's probably sticky. it goes hard after a while. Like at the end of the first book, when you find that guy stuck to the wall, I would assume that would need to be like broken, like cracked off of him, like an alien nest, you know, like in Aliens, how they're stuck to the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I assume it goes all hard like that.
Awesome.
But
Welcome,
I don't know. I've never really
Gingerton.
thought about it.
Welcome, sir. Mo says people thought it sounded depressing because Ogden told depressing real-life stories that inspired the book, but the book wasn't such a downer in spite of the dark topic.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's a good writer at the end of the day. He's a much better writer than he is public speaker.
Right. Okay.
And yeah, there you go. See, that's the page before that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And this is the opening of the book.
Right.
Yeah. It's brilliant. Like, you know, I can tell you what's happening here because I don't know all the dialogue or anything. But you have the police officer, you know, his friend, Captain Stone, is calling him to try and, like, you know, get a hold of him and say, you know, I know we said that we were going to close the case, but there's been a breakthrough. The dude that was stuck to the wall in the end of the last issue, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, I've been trying to get a hold of you and you're not answering your phone or anything like that. And he's leaving this message. And as he's leaving the message, it cuts to this. And this is where Clarence is. And it's like, this is why he's not answering his phone. And all this stuff is happening.
Yes. Fantastic.
Yeah. And that is literally page 2 and 3 right there. That's a double page spread.
Yes. I have some references to some famous movie scenes here.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Cool, man.
We got like the red scene in the top there, that red bit of what's his name? Diablo or something. I can't remember that guy's name. But that red, like, that's the flashback scene from the first issue. Yeah. And the picture of David on the left, that's just the photo of David, you know, from his little tombstone thing, his little memorial.
Mm-hmm. Right. So much to look at here, man. So much
yeah, I'm really proud of this one. Like, this is one that I don't have any complaints at all. Usually I'm the first guy to complain about my stuff.
Right. Yes. I take it you study a lot of reference material for cars and for the train here, for instance.
Yeah, I have the best method for cars, right? You know how you see people using like toy models and things like that, you know, for their cars. You know what I use? I have Need for Speed, and I have so many different cars, and then there's a photo mode, so you can just pause it at any angle and get any picture of any car you want, any reference, and that's how I get the references.
Oh, that's clever.
Yeah, because I don't have toy cars anymore.
Right, that's clever, man.
Yeah, and so that's some GT or something that I drive around in Need for Speed Heat.
Right. Guys, Aardvark says all writers use personal tragedy as inspiration. Aquila is inspired by my alien abduction. Right. Will there be a probing scene? We all wonder. Right. This is brilliant, man. This is absolutely fantastic.
He has a multi-page probing scene.
All right, let me go back a little bit. We have this here. What's this?
This is the 3D model that we used to create the action figures. And now I've posted that publicly so everyone can have references and things for the fan art contest. So you can get any angle you want. You can have a good look at him. Right. But yeah, because we do have limited edition, like handmade action figures in the works. And hopefully down the line, that'll mean we'll have a much more cheaper action figure line that doesn't have to be handmade. Holy shit. So how many will there be made? 10 of them? Right. Yeah. And you can get them with the next 10 people order them, you know? Like if there's only 5 bought, there will only be 5. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. They're getting made as they're ordered. Right. And this is for the next campaign. So these will be on Embrace 2. These will be on the Embrace 2. We've already got the first one ready. Like Odin has his own at home. Michael's already got his first version of it. Wow. And like there's going to be some slight color corrections to the version that he has. Like the version you get at the end of the day will be different than the one that he has at home. But he has the first one already ready to go. It's a proven thing. and
Wow.
we'll get like custom boxes and everything. Like it's going to be a nice collectible for your collection.
Fantastic, man.
Yep.
Artwork
And
says handmade. Is that a low-key embrace pun?
everything is a low-key embrace pun.
Yeah. Yeah.
And on top of all of that, the action figure stands up on its own, which I know a lot of action figure collectors care about.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite details on the design.
That's my favorite. That is my very favorite detail on the whole design. I love the fact that the bottom of his feet are white.
Yes, and
It stands out and it looks so nice. Like when
claw.
it's in the, like anyone who's ever drawn it, they've never made it look bad. It always looks cool.
Yes, it's such a cool concept. Well done, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Well done.
Like, because this was obviously my first comic book. It's my first comic book character design and everything like that, you know? It's just something I've always wanted to do. So it means so much to me that everyone actually likes it.
Yes. Yeah, it's a winning concept. It's a winning design. Everything just fits, man. It's okay. So your let me see, your sign up page. Oh wait, we have a video also. Before we show the sign up page, let's show the video, right?
Oh yeah, that's the strangle reveal thing. That we made that back in the Embrace 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's old. That has the original artwork in it. You'll see the slight differences in his face.
Okay, let's check it out.
Because as he gets bigger, he becomes more monstrous, and that's the version you see in the first book.
All right. Short but sweet.
Yeah, that was just to introduce the character, you know, back when we first announced him. And when the Embrace 2 campaign goes live, we're going to have a full-length trailer for the Embrace 2.
Mm-hmm.
Being done by Dying Days, so you know it'll be sick. He makes the best trailers.
When does it go live, by the way?
End of March, if we can stick to our schedule, but we're really just waiting for Ogden to finish SPQR fulfillment.
Oh.
Yeah, because on SPQR, he had a bunch of things like the plushies. Like, we have Embrace plushies and everything already.
Yeah.
Trading. But, yeah, like, he had a bunch of things that took a very long time for him to even get. Like, the plushies were stuck in China for a very long time. It was a massive thing. And then I told him not to make them in China, and then it backfired in his face, and I laughed at him. It was hilarious. But, yeah. And they cost him a lot of money to even get them delivered. It was a whole thing. He's not doing that again. Like, when he does it again, he's going somewhere else entirely.
Right.
Yes. But, you know, so as soon as he's done with all of that and everybody has their SPQR, they have their Embrace 1 second prints and stuff like that, anything you ordered from that campaign, as soon as he's done with that, this is the only thing he's working on.
Okay.
But, like, yeah, like, it may seem like he's my boss, but I'm like his manager.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, do you get paid for 2 jobs also?
No.
Oh, damn it. So people, when you sign up, you get a holofoil trading card by Xevious.
You get 2 holofoil trading cards now.
Oh.
Yeah,
right.
The Xevious one and the Jason Bascom one that we had a look at before.
Right. Okay, great. So what else is here? We have the Bogan Bancroft cover with all the hands.
All the hands. And in there's actually the famous hand that Bancroft drew.
Wait, the famous hand that Bancroft
The ginger
drew?
root hand from the Lucent, the terrible hand that he turned into a magnet and everything because it's terrible.
Yeah.
He has hidden that. He's hidden a copy of that in the Embrace cover somewhere.
Oh, okay.
So there's one terrible hand in there.
Oh yeah.
Yes, the ginger root hand. See, Wackhouse knows.
Right. And some extra stuff.
See, Mo Biggs, the mugs were stuck at Mo's house. Do you remember the SPQR campaign? How he had the Mo Biggs Tears mugs?
I'm not sure. Tears mugs.
There were these mugs, right? And they had this cool picture that Kari drew. And, like, you know, it was SPQR stuff. It was Mo Biggs Tears. The entire set of them got sent to Mo Biggs.
Really?
Yeah, instead of like, because they were named Mobics.
Oh, wow.
So the entire lot of them got sent there. So
Mobic
there's been little
got lost.
issues like that with SPQR that have been slowing him down.
Right. Great. Okay. Well, it's not much to show, but people can sign up, guys. The link is in the description. It's pinned in the chat. Please sign up. Free stuff. Dr. Reiner, welcome, sir.
Welcome.
Welcome. We're taking a look at the pre-launch page for the Embrace 2.
Yes, please sign up if you haven't already. You won't be disappointed.
And in the description of the video is also the link to the Great Wheel giveaway. You can sign up for that also. And you contributed art for that.
There's too much of that. Like, there's so many awesome things on there.
Right. Yeah, a lot of people on this. Camel Moon, even Aerith, Clayton Barton. Great. Does Mandy Summers draw?
I said the same thing. I have no idea. I think she does draw.
Right.
But like, at the very least, she works with artists. Like Lord Crackhead just got me to do one. So.
And Rob Arnold also.
Yeah, Rob Arnold will draw something.
It says here, amazing artist. So yeah, it has to be true.
Yeah.
Great. So I signed up today to this. You never know, right? So yeah.
I mean, it'd be nice to win anything on there, honestly. There's such a huge list. And like, I haven't even seen it all. I've only seen a few of them. I don't think all of it's finished yet, the things that people are donating. But some of it is like really awesome. There are some really awesome pieces in there.
Right. Yeah, man. So when is this? What is it?
Not 100% sure, but they'll be doing it across a few different channels. Like they'll go to my channel one day, they'll go to Shelby's channel one day, they'll go to Camel Moon's, they'll go to Bancroft's.
Yes.
Like, it'll be a thing, and we'll see. You'll definitely see it. I think it's in a couple of weeks.
Great. Okay, guys, you can just.
But even if you miss it, you don't need to be there for the giveaways. You will be emailed, and then you just respond to the email.
All right. Yes.
That's how you'll know you win.
Guys, if you have any questions for Dean about the Embrace or about other things, drop it in the chat. Mo says the mugs might as well say Rob Arnold's dignity. Right. Okay. Great stuff, man. Great stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. There's a lot of stuff. Like, there's a lot of stuff that, obviously I've read the whole script and everything, so I know what it's going to be, but I just haven't drawn it yet. Like, I need to get there, because like, if you liked the first one, you're going to love this one. This one is an improvement on every level. I've obviously gotten a lot better at drawing. Odin is still, the great writer that he always was, and he does go out of his way to try and make you cry again, just like he did in the first one.
Right.
There's actually some really powerful moments, like truly powerful moments in this book, in number 2.
Right.
That I've been sworn to secrecy. I'm not even allowed to hint at them. He was like,
it's
I swear,
size.
You tell anyone.
Second one is also the same size as this one.
A little bit bigger. A little bit
bigger even. Okay. Yeah. Great. So
I think it's like 56 now, I think.
56 pages?
Yeah, I'd have to double check. It's at least 48 now. The first one is only 40.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how long does it take you to draw one page?
A day or two, depending on the page.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I'm just doing pencils, I can do a page or even 2 pages a day. But if I'm doing like pencils and inks, it may take me 2 or 3, depending on what it is we're actually drawing.
Right. Because you do everything traditional,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No cheating.
Yeah, you think digital is cheating?
No, I think I could cheat if I was doing digitally. Like I can't even use the fill tool. Like if you see all black, that means I filled it in all black with a marker.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes. And you prefer that? That's just the way you like to work.
It is. Like because I'm only new at being like, selling my art and everything professionally, like I've been trying a bit of everything, And the first book was drawn like half traditionally, half digitally, where I inked it all digitally, but I drew it all penciled and all traditionally. Whereas this, like now I've kind of moved away from digital almost entirely because I feel more comfortable. Yeah, like I don't even know how to explain it, but like a pencil and paper is different to the pen on the screen, even though it's essentially the same thing. I'm holding a pen in my hand. It feels different. It doesn't react the same. I have perfect control when it comes to a pencil. You know, I don't know. I prefer it, and I think the more I move forward, I think I'm going to be moving further and further away from digitally as my career goes forward.
Right. The opposite direction of
Yeah.
many other artists.
Yeah. Because like I've still got my tablet. I'll still use it to do like some layouts.
All right.
Like I'll map out the entire page, do all the panels digitally, and then I'll just fill them in traditionally. I print it out and.
Right. Mo Big
Like,
says,
it's a
"I
nice
don't
thing.
care. I don't care how much Ogden tries. My mug shall remain empty." Yeah. So yeah. Let me see. Is there something else you need to tell us about the Embrace, or something we missed?
No, I'm really excited to get it out to you guys. So look forward to it. We have a fan art competition that closes on March 1st.
Oh yeah, the fan art competition.
So that's a couple of weeks away. That's only a couple of weeks left, So I've seen a couple of like unfinished pieces, but if you want it to count, you need to have a finished piece before the 1st of March.
It doesn't have to be colored.
No, it doesn't have to be colored. Like if you win, we will get it colored and everything for the, the winning prize, because you win a one-of-a-kind cover, like a one-of-a-kind version of the book with your winning piece as the cover, and you're the only one that will have that. I won't even have a copy of it. It's literally one of a kind. It'll come with a certificate of authenticity. It'll be numbered. And so like if you win and you only did like a sketch, we will ink and color it and everything and get you your cover.
Oh, that's awesome. So how do people participate?
Just draw a picture of the Embrace or Strangle, one of the characters. If you just want to draw Strangle, you just want to draw David, whatever, that's all good. As long as it's like an Embrace character. And then you just tweet it at us, or, let us know in any way, me or Odin, in any way possible. Tweet it at us, message us, comment on my YouTube channel, like as long as I can see it.
Great.
Yeah.
I saw someone in the chat already mentioning it. He was making something for it. That's great.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not see that comment, but thank you. I look forward to seeing it.
I forgot who it was, but yeah. So when's the deadline for that?
March 1st.
Oh, March 1st. Right.
Yeah. So you got like 2 and a bit weeks.
Yes. So get on that, guys. Get on that. Make something awesome. Great. And who will be the judge?
The judge will be everybody. We'll be like putting it, obviously me and Ogden and like, the editor, and like we got Kimasabi and that, like we got our small group and we will pick our favorites, but then we'll put like the top 5 or whatever up for the vote to see who wins. We'll let the public decide what is the best one.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned Kimasabi. So do you, of course you know him, but do you, he does the editing, but mostly that's concerning the story, right? So you...
Yeah, he's the editor on the Embrace 2, and he was the editor on the Embrace 1 as well.
Yes.
But there's one thing that I have spoken about a little bit. For the Embrace 2, there's still something I can't tell you what it is. There's a top secret story, a separate book, a second book on this campaign. Yeah, a second book on this Embrace 2 campaign that I made, and I got Kimasabi to write for us. It's still an Embrace story. It's a separate story called Embrace Morning's End. And you guys will see more about that soon. But I got Kimasabi to write it. So Kimasabi's actually on the campaign this time as a writer too.
So he wrote that. You also drew that?
I created it. Like it's my story, essentially. But I got Kimasabi to write the script.
Oh, okay.
Because I was too busy, working on the actual Embrace book.
Yes. Yeah. So it will be drawn by someone else?
Drawn by someone else, yeah.
Okay. But you can't say yet who it is. The artist.
No, I can't say who it is. Surprise. I mean, people can probably figure it out. It's not that difficult. There's only a couple of artists that I really work with.
Okay.
So it wouldn't be too, like, how many artists have I ever hired? Not many. So you can probably figure it out if you really wanted to. But yes, I I've already got the first couple pages too. Like I've seen it, and because I'm coloring that book and lettering that as well, so there's a couple pages actually finished and ready to go. Morning's End, as in like, yeah, Morning's End like that. Kemosabe was so proud of himself when he came up with that. He thinks he's so clever, honestly. Yeah, it's Morning's End like that.
Wow. Oh, great. Exciting, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so and this will go together with the next campaign. You will get basically two new books.
Yeah. This will be a second, like it's a shorter story. It's not going to be a full-blown graphic novel or anything, but it'll be an add-on, like an optional short story if you just want to buy it. And this is, you know, something separate. Like this is what you guys may remember, anyone listening may remember, I was teasing Odin because I was making Odin pay for all of this out of my pay. I was like, don't send the money to me, send the money to this other artist instead. And he was like, what for? And I was saying, you're not allowed to know. It's a surprise. Too bad. And it was a whole thing. And this is what it was I had Odin paying another artist instead of me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well,
so we'll come out with an announcement of that soon. I'll probably announce that around March, like when the fan art contest and everything ends. I'll probably announce the separate second.
Okay.
Reveal it all because it's been announced technically, but I'm going to reveal everything.
Right. Okay. Exciting, man. Exciting. Yeah. Okay. All right. Guys, don't forget to sign up. All the links you can find in the description. Yeah. So Dean, thank you very much. Thank you very much for showing us the pre-launch page and talking about your art. And for being my guest.
Man. Appreciate it.
So yeah, that's great having you on here. That's fantastic. And special thanks to you guys, to the people watching. Thank you so much for showing up. Please like this, like the stream. Please share it, comment. And I will be back next week with another guest. So I hope to see you then. I suck at rounding these things off, man. Okay.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. We love you guys.
Exactly. Thank you, Dean. Thank you for saving it. Bye, guys.